World in Detail presents. In the beginning, there was a small fishing village nestled at the southernmost tip of the Malay Peninsula. This remote spot was a tranquil settlement, steeped in the quiet rhythm of coastal life. Its inhabitants were primarily fishermen, their lives intertwined with the sea, their days marked by the tides, the seasons, and the bounty of their catch. The village was an insignificantly small dot on the world map, a place of seemingly trivial importance, known only to a handful of intrepid traders and hardy seafarers who dared into its location. A few huts dotted the coastline, their thatched roofs blending with the lush greenery on the one hand and the azure horizon on the other. The air was thick with the pungent smell of salt and fish, a testament to the village's primary trade. Yet, as time would have it, destiny had other plans for this simple fishing village. Unbeknownst to the then inhabitants, their humble settlement was embarking on a transformational journey that would span centuries, a journey that would witness the emergence of trade routes, the rise and fall of empires, the evolution of its cultural fabric, and the indomitable spirit of its people. Over the years, this modest village, once a place of little consequence, grew, changed, and evolved. It transformed to become a hub of commerce, a center of culture, a bastion of diversity, a melting pot of traditions. Each passing century bestowed upon it a new layer of depth and dynamism. The once quaint fishing village saw structures rise from its grounds, roads snake through its landscape, and the echoes of a thriving city fill its air. The humble abode of fishermen metamorphosed, giving birth to the vibrant, bustling, and multicultural city-state that we now know as Singapore. In the early 14th century, a prince from Palembang laid eyes on a creature he thought was a lion and bestowed upon the island the name Singapura, which, in translation to English, means Lion City. The prince, whose tales of exploration and discovery were known far and wide, was captivated by the majesty of the creature he saw. He believed it to be a lion, a creature of power and dignity, and so he felt it fitting to name the island after this magnificent beast. The name Lion City echoed the bravery, strength, and grandeur that the prince wanted his kingdom to embody. Despite the prince's belief, it's worth noting that there were no lions ever native to Singapore. Historians and naturalists have often questioned the prince's claim, suggesting that he may have confused a Malayan tiger or some other large feline a lion. The debate still rages on amongst scholars, adding a layer of intrigue to the naming of Singapore. In its early days, Singapore wasn't just a city with a unique name. It was a bustling trading city for the Kingdom of Sunda. Merchants from far and wide would dock their ships' shores exchanging spices, silk, and other exotic goods. It was a melting pot of cultures, where traders from different parts of the world came together, contributing to the rich cultural tapestry of the city. But towards the end of the 14th century, change swept over the Lion City. The Majapahit, a powerful empire from the neighboring Indonesian island of Java, set their sights on Singapore. Despite the city's thriving trade and strong defenses, it found itself at the mercy of the Majapahit's formidable military might. The city was then a trading city for the Kingdom of Sunda, until it was invaded by the Majapahit in the late 14th century. Fast forward to the 19th century, Sir Stamford Raffles, an official with the British East India Company, established a trading post on the island in 1819. This event was not just any minor stride in the annals of history, but rather a monumental leap forward for Singapore. Sir Stamford Raffles was a man of vision and intellect, driven by ambition and an unwavering dedication to his mission. His decision to establish the trading post was strategic, chosen carefully after extensive deliberations and research on the potential of this emerging land. His vision for Singapore was one of prosperity and progress. He foresaw the island flourishing as a hub of international trade and commerce, powered by its strategic location at the crossroads of vital maritime routes. These trade routes connected the Western world to the riches of the East, and it was here that Sir Raffles envisaged a vibrant trading post, bustling with activity and filled with opportunities. The establishment of the trading post was feat. It was a task that required substantial manpower, resources, and relentless efforts. Construction workers toiled day and night, transforming the dense vegetation into a bustling center of trade. Engineers were brought in to design structures that could withstand the test of time, and merchants of various cultures were invited to set up their businesses, contributing to the melting pot of diverse cultures that Singapore is known for today. From a distance, the trading post resembled a beehive, a hive filled with workers buzzing with energy and purpose. Ships of all sizes sailed in and out of the port, their decks laden goods from all corners of the world. The air was heavy with the scent of exotic spices, fine silks, and precious gemstones, speaking volumes of the wealth and diversity that flowed through this port. As the trading post grew, so did Singapore's reputation. Word spread around the globe about this burgeoning port city, attracting traders and merchants from far-off lands. The island's strategic location, coupled with Sir Raffles's visionary leadership, made it an irresistible destination for those seeking prosperity and growth. And thus, Singapore started its journey towards becoming a global trade hub. The island became a vital port for ships traveling between Europe and East Asia, attracting traders from all over the world. In the 20th century, Singapore underwent a series of monumental events that shaped its history. Among these were the Japanese occupation during the tumultuous times of World War II and the subsequent process of decolonization, both of which significantly impacted the nation's future trajectory. The Japanese occupation, an intense period that lasted from 1942 to 1945, was a time of great hardship and challenge. The city-state was forced under the rule of a foreign power, forever changing its social, economic, and political landscape. Singaporeans faced numerous trials during this time, their resilience and spirit tested to their limits. The subsequent decolonization brought with it a new era of change. As colonial powers across the world began to retreat, Singapore found itself on the path to self-governance. This transition was not without its, but it marked an important period of growth and independence for the nation. In the pivotal year of 1963, Singapore joined Malaysia, marking a significant milestone in its history. Yet, this union was short-lived, lasting a mere 2 years before a fateful occurred. This separation was monumental, setting Singapore on a new course that led it to become an independent republic. The culmination of these events happened on a significant day. On August 9, 1965, Singapore took a defining step towards its future. It was on this day that the city-state became an independent republic, heralding a new era of sovereignty and national pride. It was the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. The 20th century was indeed a period of profound change and transformation for Singapore. This landmark independence marked the initiation of a novel chapter in the chronicles of the city-state Singapore. The pristine leadership of the country's inaugural leader, the greatly revered Lee Kuan Yew, navigated the country to embark on an ambitious mission. The mission no ordinary one. It was a daunting task that put the entire nation on the path of transformation. A transformation that would transition it from being a developing third-world country to being a well-established first-world nation. Over the subsequent decades, the government of Singapore, under the robust and visionary leadership of Lee Kuan Yew, meticulously devised and implemented exceedingly forward-thinking policies. These policies were not just progressive, but they were rooted in the country's long-term vision. This strategic vision was keenly focused on the growth and development of the nation. In addition, the government also launched a series of ambitious projects aiming to bolster the country's infrastructure and boost its global standing. The primary areas that the leadership prioritized were education, housing, and healthcare. The focus on education was driven by the belief that the country's future lies in the hands of its educated youth. To this end, significant reforms were introduced in the education sector to ensure the holistic development of students. In terms of housing, efforts were made to provide affordable and decent living conditions for all citizens, a move that exhibits the government's commitment to social equity. As for healthcare, heavy investments were made to enhance the quality of medical services, thereby ensuring that the citizens of Singapore enjoy a high standard of health. Furthermore, the government recognized the importance of infrastructure and technology in the growth of a nation. Hence, it made substantial investments in these areas. This strategic investment paid off handsomely. Not only did it significantly improve the quality of life for the citizens, but it also propelled the nation to the forefront of global development. As a result of these concerted efforts and strategic decisions, Singapore metamorphosed into a global hub. Today, it is worldwide for commerce, finance, and transportation. It is globally acknowledged for its high living standards, impeccably clean streets, and a stunning skyline that beautifully juxtaposes the old, and the new. This dynamic city-state is a testament to the vision and resilience of its leaders and people. When we consider the future, there's no doubt that Singapore isn't content with its current success. The nation continues to innovate and adapt, relentlessly preparing itself for the evolving challenges of the 21st century. With an indomitable spirit that embodies ceaseless growth, Singapore is determined to keep moving forward, always looking for ways to improve and enrich the lives of its citizens. The futuristic idea envisioned by the government revolves around transforming this island nation into a smart nation. This concept is a forward-thinking initiative aimed at harnessing the colossal potential of digital innovation in order to significantly enhance the quality of life for its citizens. The transformation towards becoming a smart nation isn't merely about digitizing the economy or creating an advanced urban space. It's about creating an interconnected society where technology and digital solutions are seamlessly integrated into every aspect of daily life, thus empowering every individual and bringing a profound societal transformation. Beyond technological advancements, Singapore is also ambitiously pursuing the goal of becoming a leading global city in terms of environmental sustainability. The government is laying great emphasis on green initiatives and the exploitation of renewable energy sources. They are making concerted efforts to curb pollution, promote recycling, and conserve natural resources, thereby ensuring a cleaner, greener, and healthier Singapore for future generations. The dream they seek to actualize is a city that harmoniously blends urban life with nature, a place where sustainable living is a way of life, not an afterthought. In the realm of international diplomacy, Singapore aims to perpetuate its significant role in the ASEAN community and foster robust relationships with nations across the globe. Being a small nation doesn't deter Singapore from making big strides on the global stage. They are continuously working to enhance their diplomatic relations and forge strategic alliances, thus contributing positively to peace and stability in the region and beyond. Finally, Singapore will always remain a dominant player in global commerce. By leveraging its strategic location and an enviable reputation as a stable, efficient, and business-friendly destination, Singapore continues to stay at the forefront of international trade and investment. It is indeed the city-state that never sleeps, always thriving, always reinventing, and always ready to face the future head-on. From a humble fishing village to a global metropolis, Singapore's journey is a testament to the spirit of resilience and innovation. This incredible transformation didn't just come about overnight. It was a journey filled with countless challenges and immense hard work. It all started with a small fishing village. The people were hardworking and resourceful, employing a simple way of life that revolved around the bounty of the sea. But as the world around them evolved, so did they. The small fishing village grew in size and in spirit, slowly transforming into a bustling port city. Over time, Singapore's strategic location attracted varied nations, cultures, and businesses, which significantly influenced its growth. The fusion of Eastern and Western influences created a unique cultural blend that became one of the city's main attractions. During this transformation, Singapore also faced numerous challenges. Economic difficulties, political upheavals, and social issues threatened to halt its progress. But Singaporeans, with their indomitable spirit, persevered and transformed these challenges into opportunities, creating a haven for innovation and technological advancements. From its impressive skyline adorned with iconic architectural marvels to its clean, green landscapes and world-class infrastructure, Singapore is a shining example of how a city can evolve while staying true to its roots. Its efficient public transportation system, high-quality education, and top-notch healthcare facilities speak volumes about its commitment to improving the lives of its residents. Over the years, Singapore has also emerged as a hub for arts, culture, and gastronomy, attracting tourists from across the globe. Everyone who visits is enamored by its vibrant nightlife, diverse culinary scene, and rich heritage. As Singapore sails into the future, it carries with it the lessons from its past, the energy of its present, and the aspirations for its future. With each passing day, it strives to become a better version of itself, consistently reaching for greater heights. And one thing is certain, this Lion City will continue to roar.